Now, from WTVM, this is Business Break with your host, Maureen Akers.
Hello there and welcome. Today our special guest is Rhett Jones with Air Force Heating and Air. Rhett, thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you. How have you been?
I've been great. A little hot.
Yes,
right?
The heat's upon us, that's for sure.
The heat is on. So with that, tell us, is there a best way to manage the heat, specifically as it relates to our home?
Yes, ma'am. Naturally, I get this question a lot. Friends and family, they're always asking me, being in the air conditioning business. So I tell everybody a couple same things that I tell my friends and family. Like, make sure that your windows, that you're using your blinds, your drapes, whatever you have, kind of keep that heat from coming in, especially during the hot part of the day. I always keep my fan to automatically circulating throughout the house. I keep my ceiling fans on. I keep air moving. That way it makes us feel cooler at a little bit of a higher temperature, so we're not stressing that unit too much. And I try to stay away from a lot of heavy cooking during the hot part of the day, emitting extra heat inside the house. So what we want to do is put the stress on that machine as low as possible during the hottest part of the day. And so that kind of helps it sustain life a little bit longer.
It sure does. And then we even also talked about off camera, if you have 2 units in your house, right? There's a way to do that as well.
Yes, ma'am. Like, for instance, if upstairs, downstairs, or a zone system, with the area that I'm not using, I set that one back to 78, 80 degrees, especially during the 90+ days. Some people might say it's a little bit hot, but it just keeps the air conditioning moving without having to really run a marathon.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. All very good tips. Very good. Okay. So if the AC breaks when it's really hot outside, not a good situation.
No.
But what can we do? Is there anything we can do while we're waiting for someone to come fix it?
Yes, ma'am. I always say go first look at your outdoor unit. If it's a block of ice, go ahead and turn it off, because when a technician comes out there, there's nothing we can do. When it's a block of ice, we have to wait for it to thaw out. So a lot of times turning it on, letting it thaw out is one of the first steps. I always tell everyone to go check the breakers too. Sometimes they'll trip because the heat puts a lot of extra stress on the machine. So that, and then sometimes the drains will get clogged too. So just taking a look at those 3, just some quick helpful tips that might could help some homeowners get everything going, especially if it goes down during the hot part of the day.
Yeah. All right. Very good. More tips. All right. So how would a customer go about, I guess, checking some of these items? Or what's another, I guess, best course of action for them?
No, the outside, just walk over. Everybody knows pretty much where their outside unit is. Checking their thermostat, making sure that it's got the right settings. Their electrical panel, that's where most of the breakers are. If not, if your air conditioning is in a closet or easy to get to, that's where you can check the drain, the filter. But sometimes where we go is in low crawls and in very hot attics, and not always the easiest for most customers to get to. So.
All right, all very, very good tips for this hot time of year. Call Air Force if you need anything else, and they can help you out. Thank you so much for joining us today, Rhett. We'll see you on the very next Business Break.
Thank you.
If you want to be seen on Business Break, contact us here